Hello, I'm Professor Yong from the HIMARS Limited. In this lesson, I shall teach you how a coronavirus affects a human brain. Possible way of the virus attack is that the virus may have the capacity to enter the brain and cause a severe and sudden infection. Cases reported in China and Japan found that the virus genetic material can be found in spinal fluid. And a case writer found viral particles in brain cells. This might occur due to the virus entering the bloodstream or nerve endings. The loss of smell that occurs in some patients with COVID-19 will indicate that the virus entered through the olfactory bulb, which is located right above the nose and communicates information about smell to the brain. The attack on the brain can be in two ways. First, it can be attack on the brain cell and the brain wiring system, causing damages to the brain wiring system. And second, it can be possibly the attack on the brain vascular system. That means that the blood supply system supplying blood to the brain. And by limiting the supply of blood to the brain, it can cause blood clotting of the vascular system, and that results in complete shutdown of what we call the brain system. Another possible way that the coronavirus can affect the brain is that it is through the deceiving of the myelin protection of synapses and breakdown of brain wiring at the same time. When the attack of the coronavirus is in process, we can expect that the brain fog can be found in most patients having the problem of the attack. And this brain fog can lead to what we call cognitive difficulties, brain stoppage, dementia, and Alzheimer's symptoms. That can be very problematic to the functioning of human brains under attack. For patients who experience brain fog, death is sometimes less terrifying than brain fog. Researchers from Australia and France found BA.5. It is the coronavirus variant driving what is now the world's biggest surge of infections in China. And it did much severe damage to mouse brains and cultured human brain tissues than the previous BA.1 subvariant, and leading to brain inflammation, weight loss, and death in the patient affected. A second possibility is that the immune system of human beings goes into overdrive in an attempt to fight the COVID-19 viruses. And it produces a maladaptive inflammatory response that may cause much of the tissue and organ damage seen in this disease, perhaps more than the virus itself. A third theory is that of the physiological changes induced in the body by COVID-19 virus. It ranges from the high fever to low oxygen level to multiple organ failures, and it contributes or accounts for brain dysfunction such as the delirium or coma seen in many of the severe COVID-19 patients. The fourth way of coronavirus attack might affect the brain and to deal with the tendency for this patient to suffer a stroke. The blood clotting system patient with the illness is highly abnormal, with clots much more likely to occur in these patients than in others. Clots can be formed in the vein deep down in the body or in the lungs, where they can cut off blood flow. A stroke can occur when a blood clots were to block or narrow the arteries leading to the brain. Cases around the world show that patients with COVID-19 can have a variety of conditions related to the brain, including the following: confusion, loss of consciousness, seizures, stroke, loss of smell and taste, headaches, trouble comforting, changes in behavior. Patients are also having peripheral nerve issues such as Guillain-Barré syndrome, which can lead to paralysis and respiratory failure. It can be estimated at least half of the COVID-19 patients have neurological symptoms. Brain fog is a term to describe a range of symptoms including the following. First, poor concentration. Second, feeling confused. Third, thinking slower than usual. Fourth, fuzzy thoughts. Fifth, forgetfulness. Sixth, language communication problems. 7. Mental fatigue. Early long COVID brain fog can affect similar to sleep deprivation or stress. It arises because of the early invasion of the brain architecture by COVID-19 viruses. If the viruses remain unchecked, brain fog can lead to intelligence loss in human beings, giving rise to dementia and Alzheimer's or other brain diseases which mean structural damages to the brain as well as loss of memories. Serious brain fog can also bring about serious health problems in young female patients, such as immune problems and menopause. Health problems more commonly found in aging elderly can be found in youngsters who suffer from long COVID. COVID Natural Defense is a program to help these patients to remove brain viruses from COVID-19. LCLA baby brain test is for the early education of babies exposed into their early windows of opportunities. L1 is a program for primary students that they can learn their languages and mathematical curriculum better. L3 is a program for the university students that they can proceed with academic excellency in their undergrad studies. L5 is the program for the entrepreneur who value leadership and instant decision in their everyday management. IB program is a university entrance examination for students who need good results in the international baccalaureate. Multiple intelligence test is a program to help students raise their score of multiple intelligence. These include natural science, languages, visual and spatial skills, musical capacities, interpersonal and intrapersonal communication, logical skills, and also body kinesthetics. ADHD rewiring is a program to help the ADHD students to rewire their brain so that they won't suffer from what we call the attention deficiency or hyperactive disorders. Autism recovery is a recovery program for students who suffer from autism before the COVID-19. With the process of this program, students can recover better and may even remove the problem of autism in their future lives. Long COVID brain fog recovery is to help COVID-19 patients to remove all brain fogs and brain damages which can affect their cognitive healthiness. L0B is for toddler age from 3 to 6 to fully develop their communication skills as well as logical capacity that they can surpass most primary students. L2 is for secondary students who want to excel in secondary school subjects, both sciences, social sciences, and arts curriculums. L4 is for the elderly who suffer from chronic illnesses, dementia, and Alzheimer's diseases. L6 is for the professionals who need enhancement in their thinking skills. It is important for medical as well as non-medical professionals who need to solve problems in professional environments. IQ tests is to teach the keys for successes in intelligence tests and see the secrets for the problem-solving skills for top scores. AP preparation is the undergrad Year 2 curriculum for university learners who want to sharpen their undergrad studies. IELTS preparation prepares students in reading, writing, speaking, and listening tests. They can score higher than 7 or above in IELTS examination. Vocabulary memorization is a vocabulary program to help memorizing 10,000 words for writing and university studies. Natural science is to encourage students to love animals, plants, and nature, and understand natural world. It is helpful for them to develop into biologists and conservationists. Language intelligence. It helps students to excel in words, languages, and poetry. It's particularly helpful for poets and writers. Visual and spatial intelligence. It helps students to excel in shapes, in design, graphics, and visualization. It's particularly helpful for students who become designers and engineers. Musical intelligence helps students to excel in performing and composing musical pieces. It is particularly helpful for future singers and musical composers. Interpersonal communication skills is the ability to organize people, group activities, and social relationships. This is particularly useful for people who will become leaders, social workers. Intrapersonal ability is to understand one's inner feelings and have self-realization and to know about oneself. It's particularly useful for philosophers as well as religious leaders. Logical intelligence is to help students to excel in math and logical thinking. It's useful for bankers and accountants. Kinesthetic. Kinesthetic helps students to excel in physical exercise and as well as sports, and it helps them to become actors or athletes.